So Aaron, what should we focus on to not give up 5 months and losing steam? There's usually two big things that cause us to become unhappy and to get frustrated. One is we have expectations of the way things are supposed to be, and they're not. Whatever it is. I should have been invited to the party. I would have invited him. He didn't invite me, that kind of stuff. Or we don't feel in control of the situation. When we feel in control of the situation, and let's not even get into the fact that control is an illusion to begin with, but when you feel in control and you feel that you can influence the outcome, you tend to be happy, even if you have yet to achieve the outcome. We get very, very frustrated when we are not getting the results that we want, but the highest level of frustration occurs when we are focusing on the result and the outcome that isn't occurring. Specifically, what do I mean? Well, I'm sending the application in, but nobody is getting back to me. You don't control that. I sent them an email, they didn't respond to me. You don't control that. So what most people are doing, and Aaron, since I don't know you, I don't know, if this is the case, but I'm guessing it is you get fixated on the result and the outcome. What you need to focus on to get your happiness level up and to make you feel more in control, and then in turn get your happiness level up, is controlling what you can control. So the boot campers know I say this all the time. I only want you focusing on what you can control. I want you to be obsessed with what you can control. The people who are the most successful in life never think about the finish line. They think about and obsess about the starting line, right? I'm going to show up on this day prepared. I'm going to show up rested. I'm going to show up trained. I'm going to show up to the meditation room where the candles sit and the pillows in the right spot and the whatever at 4:30 in the morning. I'm obsessed about the start. If you focus on the start and you focus on what you can control, you'll be much happier and you will in turn get better results. So for you, you're a job seeker. What do you control? I can identify my path. So I have to have direction. I can control that. That's desk work, blueprinting. My career, my job, my targets. The companies I want to pursue. That's all me, all desk work. Identify the people that I want to contact. That's all desk work. I can control the message that I send them and actually writing it and sending it. Total control. I've not talked about one thing just yet that is not 100% in your control. Own all this. How many times should I send out messages every day until I get my job? You totally control that. That's your outflow, right? So what most people get bummed out is, well, I sent 3 messages, but no one got back to me today. So what, right? So what? Go on to the next day, and so on. So when you focus on the metrics that are in your control, that will be a better indication of the health of your search. What do most people do? I get these every day. I get a dozen messages every day that say the same thing. Andy, thank you so much for all your good stuff that you give me, right? I found you, I watched a video, and I downloaded this thing. And do you know how I get these, right? You download something, you get a welcome email from me. Everybody. Share your, tell me what your issue is. I read those, right? I can't respond to all of them, but I actually read them. Andy, thank you so much. I found you. I'm 57 years old. I live in Brazil. I'm so bummed out because I've applied to 800 jobs and I'm not getting any responses. Applied to the applicant tracking system. I know what that issue is, right? We send them a message or something if we can, right? Because you're fixated on the outcome of which you have no control. Now, somebody gets back to you, you got a job interview. Okay, now what can you control? The starting line. You can come prepped. You can come with your outline in your head. You know that there's 3 types of questions in the formats they're going to ask you about 2 different things, your past or your future, right? You know all this. Now go in and let it roll, let it rip, and do the best you can on that day. So that's what I mean about focusing on what you can control. So if you want to talk about focusing to not give up, all I have to do to know how well somebody is job searching is if I sat down with you and I'd say, okay, show me your target company list. Show me the people you're contacting. Show me what you're sending them. And how many are you sent? How many have you sent? That's it. That's all I need to know. And I could almost to the dot tell you how many interviews you have. by now by the statistics. So if you do what I just said, and you're actually using high quality language, then every 5 to 10, let's call it 7, every 7 times you send something out, you should have an interview. That's just basic stats math from the boot campers and what they tell me. Some of them go 1 for 2, some of them go 5 for 5 in a week. But most of them, and it depends on level, it depends on consistency, they will get those interviews. The reason most of you are not having luck is actually, and I put this out, if you follow me on Instagram, you saw it, right? Lack of consistency kills faster than a lack of talent. If you follow my job search challenge and you send 3 messages out a day, each day, and you only did that Monday through Friday, that's 15 a week. That's 30 in 2 weeks. 30 in 2 weeks, right? That's 4 interviews. That's what should happen. Now, if it doesn't happen, then you go through your troubleshooting exercises, right? Am I targeting the right companies? Am I targeting the right people? Is my message quality? Does my resume align? Is it whatever? You go through the steps. But I'm telling you, focus on that. All of you will be a heck of a lot happier if you're actually job searching than if you're stuffing your resume in the applicant tracking system. Or, well, I only sent 2 messages out last week. Why is nobody getting back to me? Right? 3 in, 3 out every day. And I just want you to send them. You are better off sending a 7 out of 10, meaning a like medium quality email, a 5 out of 10, and just send it, than not sending it. Like, it should be your goal in life every single day if you're unemployed to send at least 3. I would actually probably amp that up a little bit, but you should be able to send 15 a week out, no matter what. If you're in the boot camp, I already wrote the templates for you. So you have those. It's insert your name here, take that, put your thing there, and so on, and make it your own. If you're not in the boot camp, then you gotta either try to piece together some of the stuff from my free stuff, but I know that there's different variations of networking. So you're not always trying to boss hunt. You might be trying to get at a teammate inside a company. You might be going through somebody you know as a referral. You might be following up with somebody you met at an event. You need to know what to say to those people. You need to know the ingredients that need to go in it, and you need to know how to say it. So that's all in the program, but there's a lot of that kind of stuff. There is some free stuff too that you can use. Aaron, I focus on what I can control. Had a sale last week, right? Ended it on Friday, I just mentioned. What did I focus on? We had a 4-day resume workshop. That's all I cared about. Showing up, kicking butt, showing you guys how to write that resume, and then I put in there, right? I mean, we talked for a couple of minutes each day about my program. That was it. And then I introduced it to you. I sent you some good emails with some things that were inside the program, the features, the benefits, and then I let it go. Whatever happened, happened. And that was not in my control. But my performance was, and my engagement with you was, and the time I spent with you, and all that good stuff. Same thing for you. Same thing. You guys are all in the most uncomfortable marketing exercise of your life. The more you can focus on what you can do and what you can control, the happier you'll be, the better the results will be, the better the quality of your stuff. I hope that helped. I mean, I know that is a big deal for a lot of you. So I probably went on a little bit longer than I intended to, but I think y'all needed to hear that.